Last time on Off the Beaten Path.
There has been some problems with giant ants in the past.
Well, I think that goblins are pretty stupid.
That's the first living creature I ever killed.
That was probably the smoothest any fight has went for us. That's what I'm doing.
In a world divided by cities and wilderness, where anything can and will happen just beyond the city gates, only the foolish, crazy, most balls-to-the-walls adventurers dare to venture forth. Off the Beaten Path.
My real name is...
Please call me Jared.
Okay, Jared. Hold on, let me...
No, I'm gonna call you your character.
Let's get a big old clap here. Like...
Stoic.
You're way above camera. We couldn't see it.
Okay. Okay, here, this will be the defining clap.
Having a 9 for intelligence, that means you get a -1, right?
Yeah.
He's got 0.
That's such... Rip it up. We're done.
Jared, kill his character right now.
He's dead.
I have -0.
You're right on camera, too.
I'll be humiliated forever. We have Jared sitting in for Jared today because Jared is...
Being
Jared. He's like eating some like AIDS, like an AIDS soup. He's like just scooping it in, you know. So now we have Jared .0 here playing Stoic. From your character's perspective, what do you think, what happened last week?
So we went down into a cave. We were fighting a bunch of stuff, doing a quest for this, what was his name? The dwarf dude, whatever. Ran into a spider and an ant.
Does anybody else want to do one? Was there a dwarf?
Yeah, the dwarf gave us the quest.
What? There was no dwarf. Was there a dwarf?
The one from the bar? Was he not the one that
There was
gave
no
us
dwarf at the bar.
Someone else did the
It was a
recap.
goblin like
And then there were
Zadiah or something. And
Oh, was it a goblin?
we encountered the
Soldier.
demon Xylo.
In the thing.
The
Okay,
warriors.
I will do it. You guys arrived at Goblin Town. You met a fan of Prad Bits. You met a skeleton cleric at a church for a forgotten god, and the soldiers told you that they were attacked by some giant ants. And then you guys went off into the forest. You fought some ants. You rubbed some ant goop on you. You met the demon Xylo, who said if you get the queen's soul, then I will give you an item. And then you ran into some fire ants, and it dropped Josh unconscious as our bard and our paladin escaped back to the trap door. So we're going to start with Josh. Go ahead and make another death save.
12.
This is kind of like a cutscene sort of thing, especially since you're unconscious and can't see it. But your body, the ants grab you and start dragging you from the main chamber. But they're not taking you outside, they're taking you towards another chamber that has a sign on the door that says, "Beware, Antlion." And then we have Stoic and Prad Bit as they shut the trapdoor behind them and find that the demon Xylo is not in this room. And there's actually a note that was taped up on some of his junk that says, "Went to Goblin Town, see you there." And miraculously, you guys leveled up. You took we'll say you took a rest there. You got your hit points back. And as you rested, you've learned some valuable knowledge that allowed you to level up and become just a little bit
Ants
more powerful.
hurt. That's the valuable knowledge.
Ants
that we
hurt.
pulled.
That's level 1 to level 2. That's all you need to know. Ants hurt. Don't fuck with them. So yeah, that's where we pick up. You just got out of combat. You don't know Josh's body's somewhere unconscious.
Well, I'm gonna look around the room and see if there's anything useful.
You'll make a perception check.
Step aside.
It looks like Xylo cleared out anything that might be amiss. It just looks like a bunch of junk that was collected over the years.
But you said that dice was doing you some good.
It was doing me good as Colleen, but now I'm Jared.
That's true.
So we need to go back for Jorben. Because...
Tarbin.
Oh. Tarbin. We have to go back for our good friend Tarbin. Because those who fight beside me are worth dying for.
Yeah, and my rival wouldn't let ants stand in his way, so I gotta go back out there and help. We're gonna have to
Where's
go.
your accent?
It's taking a rest. I'm trying out a new one for my
Here,
next
let me
roll.
see. Let me give you that dice bag. For playing, here, I'm going to do something that I forgot to do last time. I'm going to reward you guys with this inspiration die for playing. It's a character, and you have one. You can either, one of you can be like, hey, you use it. That's fine. There can only ever be one given at a time, and it's sort of like it'll let you get advantage on any roll that you want to make. You're gonna head back into the main hall.
Yes.
Okay. Well, heading back into the main hall, there are 5 more worker ants there, and you see no sign of Tarbin. His body is not where it fell.
There's absolutely no sign of him. No,
not that you see.
No scratches on the floor.
You
no
want to
blood
look for
stains.
some?
Yes.
What'd you get for perception?
Well, 10.
You see some pretty large drag marks.
I'm going to see if I can't cause a little disturbance to lure over one ant, so that I can slaughter him and bathe in goo. Are there any pebbles on the floor?
You're in a tunnel. There's rocks.
I pick up a pebble. I toss the pebble.
At one of the ants?
Sure. Just one.
Should be a dexterity.
I got a 19 on the die, so 20.
Okay, that would hit the ant. You go just roll a d4.
4.
Okay, so you hit him, and he looks over at you, and hold on, let's see how he seems pretty outwardly aggressive. He
Good.
turns and his his antennae like flare up, and he comes
I mock
running
him.
at you,
Yeah, okay.
mocking him
I mock him.
with the arm waves. Everybody just do initiative real quick. Let's
2.
just see what kind of order everybody would be in.
20.
Josh, you make another death save.
I made it. Stable.
So that's all three
DM?
successes. Okay, yeah, so you are currently stable. What did you get for initiative?
2.
Okay, what about you, Alex?
20.
I mean, it has made no charge. It's made no charge. It is just angry at this point.
How far away is it?
No more than like 30 feet.
I don't have any ranged weapons, guys.
Mock it. I'm pretending like I've got antennas. I'm whispering something about its mother and hoping that only it can hear.
Whispering what about its mother?
Your mother was sluttier than the queen. She'd let any old ant right in between her 6 legs.
Just like that special sauce.
I'll yell at it too, I guess. Other than 20 on the die.
What are you yelling? Come on,
I
Prad.
think it's something witty about ants, but fuck you, man.
A weak fuck you, man.
But it's
okay.
But it's
But it's a strong.
20.
But it's just,
Yeah.
okay, a strong fuck you, man. Okay, he believes that
really
fuck you,
offended
man.
about that one.
We're gonna just do a high or low
Hi.
and see if he cares to alert his fellow cousin ants. He does, because you said hi, right? So he screeches, and the other ants turn and they look at you guys and come charging at you guys.
Prepare to fight.
It
Prad.
is the ant's turn, actually. You got a 2.
Bingo.
So that's you got a 20, a natural 20, an 18, 21, and then a 10. That's going to be 2 hits to each of you, and one of them is going to be a critical on you because you made fun of his mom. 2 points, and the critical is
Jesus.
9 points, 2, and 5. And the other one comes and just can't get in there because there's so many ants. It's like trying to crawl over them. Like, let me at him.
He doesn't have how many spell slots he has to use.
I should probably find some spells too, huh?
Probably.
Those could be useful for this scenario.
It's kind of hard to understand when Jared's writing. 15.
Easy to hit, yeah.
1 damage.
Plus strength modifier.
4.
You slam down and split the ant's head open, and goop goes flying up and hits the ceiling, and it looks beautiful, except not the opposite of that, because it's disgusting. Tarbin, you come to being dragged down this narrow tunnel. Basically, you're being dragged, there's an ant behind you and an ant in front of you, and you hear this, it kind of sounds like a lion, but like an ant. It sounds like you hear like rumbling in the tunnel, there's some dirt falling, it sounds like something slamming against the walls up ahead.
I'm gonna try and look without disturbing with the ant.
Looking at,
See if I can look down the tunnel.
well yeah, you're being dragged down the tunnel, or you mean back.
If I'm being dragged, I'm looking away, right?
No, they're dragging you like forward.
Oh, okay, well,
Yeah,
I'm
tunnel.
gonna just look up then.
Okay, you just see the tunnel go and open up into this area that has like a large pit in it.
Okay, so I'm gonna look this way and this way, see if there's any other ants or if it's just the one carrying me.
There's 2 ants.
I'm going to try and just grapple around and grab its head. 20.
You get your head around your arm around the head of the ant. The other ant's like, what the fuck? So he goes to bite you, but you have the ant in the way, so it's hard for him to hit you. Back to Alex then. You got 2 ants on each of you and then 1 ant trying to get into the fray.
Does that sweet 20 hit?
No. Yeah. The 15 would hit, but the 20 doesn't.
Yeah, holy crap. Alright, well.
What are you bringing down on him?
A whole 3 points of damage with my rapier.
You hit the one that Stoic flung a rock at, and with that rock that did a little bit of damage, your rapier gets to pierce through the little dent that it left, and it leaves the goop dripping down the blade and the ant blood spreading out.
There we go.
Well, the other ant, though, is coming in, though. He has an opening, and he's going for...
Bring it
You look
on!
bigger. You're scary. 16 and a 11.
Neither hit.
You just block them back with your shield. They both hit, and you just shove them back like it's nothing. Give like a dragon roar. And the other one goes after our good actor friend for a 13.
That's my AC.
Okay, so they get their mandibles around you for 5.
Fuck.
Max damage there. And they clamp down, and
5.
like it feels like they're laughing at you as they do it. And then we do... Stoic.
I don't know whether to lay some hands on you or to lay some hands on these ants. Are you like at risk of dying?
Go for them ants, I'll be fine.
Okay, I'm slaughtering. 13.
That's enough. Big ants, easy to hit. These are worker
8.
ants. 8 points of damage. Cut it right in half. 3 legs on each side. It's like a perfect, it looks like art. That's how beautiful it is. You got the ant in a grapple there, bear. It's struggling. Let's see if you can break out. Go ahead and roll.
I'm going into a rage,
Okay.
so I get advantage on my strength checks. 6.
So it shakes you off and throws you in front of both of them. So both ants are like bearing down on you, and then behind you is the pit. And you hear the roaring and the thrashing of the ant lion.
Do I
Just
have my
this
weapons
beast.
on me?
Yeah.
Do I have time to pull one out? Pull a
Yeah,
hand
that's a
axe
free
out?
action.
Pulling a hand axe out.
Get it?
Yeah, 19.
Just one hand rippling with your bear-like muscles down into this
Yes.
thing.
10 points.
It just splatters with the smash. It looks like you freaking brought a hammer down on its head. Just dead. And the other one, he's going to try to grapple you. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh my god, Josh.
What'd you get?
9.
That's enough. Yeah. So he tries to grab you, and you grab the mandibles and pry it back and push it off of you. And then we are back at the top with Prad.
I'm gonna healing word myself here for 7 hit points.
Okay, let's see what these ants got in them. You again shield bash another one away. Say 15. Mandible. Oh my, that's 5 more damage. I've rolled max damage for every attack on
Glad
you.
that I healed.
And it is Stoic's turn.
13 to hit. I do 10 damage.
You pick it up like it's on a big stick and smash it against the ceiling, and it just...
Can it rain goop?
It's goop. It's Goop
Yes.
City right now. It looks like an episode of
It's like Nickelodeon Kid Choice
yeah.
Awards.
I forgot what the
slime.
Figure It Out. That's the show.
Yes.
So there's one ant left that is like just absolutely murdering him. But it is your turn, Josh. One ant left.
That's death.
You don't even need to use your axe. You just kind of like, and it goes down.
Okay, so I'm going to rip one of them apart.
Goop all over you. It looks like Conan the Barbarian up in this piece.
Now I'm putting my hand axe away, and I'm pulling out my great axe.
And just because it was a few days since we played last, you do remember, I believe Xylo is the one who said that I thought you were shaking your head.
No.
That the antlion did kill other ants. Sort of thing.
Go ahead and go back.
Okay. As you head back the tunnel, it's a little bit lengthy, and it opens up into an area that is literally just packed with sleeping ants. They're all curled up in like little balls. You can count like 100 of them. The tunnel just keeps going ahead of you, like really far, and it goes into darkness, like it's unlit. And then there's a actual tunnel to your right.
I'm going through the tunnel.
So you're doing that, and we're back with Prad. One more ant.
It's a 10 hit.
The blade almost sinks in, but then like it just barely goes through the top layer of exoskeleton. Not enough to do any damage. And it is going to actually, since you were so pathetic in your attempts to kill it, it turns on the giant armor-clad warrior for a 20. And it bites you for 3 damage. It kind of crunches the armor around like your elbow, and it's your turn. Can you kill it? You got what it takes?
I don't know. 9. It's not enough.
You go to swing, but like with your armor a little janky, it pulls to the side and hits the ground. Still one more ant, but this is when you see a familiar raging face in Tarbin come into the
I'm not
tunnel.
really raging. I'm like,
He's
like
covered
that
in
can.
goop, just like it just looks like blood dripping down his face, but it's like a slight tinge of purple.
I'm gonna try and come up behind it and
Get it if you got what it takes. Dead.
12 points.
You get the broadside of your axe and swat it like a fly, and it goes all over.
I'm putting more of the goop on me.
You hear the familiar sound of ants crawling, like they're coming, like they're gonna come back into this room. Goop up.
We're
Goop
gooping it
up.
up. I
Okay.
feel useless because I couldn't kill that final ant. Like, it hurts.
Steve, you still got that inspiration dice. Whatever.
2.
Actually, go ahead. Yeah, I'll give one to each of them because even though Alex isn't doing his goddamn accent,
I'll get there. I gotta warm up.
you gotta get the larynx all
Yeah.
flexed. But just as you get the goop on, the 5 more worker ants come in and they start cleaning up the bodies of those you crushed.
Get straight. Bitch, get your
I need to
temples up.
rest because I'm at 1 hit point.
Even after a full rest.
Did we do it? Was
Yeah,
it a
with the
full
level
rest?
up, I just let you guys do it.
Oh, well, I'm at 25 then. I'm good.
Well then, can I lay hands on myself?
Yeah.
Can
I'm gonna healing word myself again.
And you remember from where you were standing in the main hall, left was where Xylo was. Forward is where Tarbin just came out of, covered in goop. And to the right was those fire ants.
So what the hell happened to you?
I don't know. I got knocked unconscious and then woke up to a bunch of ants just dragging me off. So killed them and joined back up with you. Looks like you were having some troubles here too.
I don't want to talk about it.
The mighty bear was brought down by ants. A tear is being wept back in Ragnarok for you.
And was it Xylo? Xylo told us about a lion ant that will kill other ants. I feel like I should mount this ant.
Did I see it or did I?
No, you just
hear
heard it.
Well, I know where it's
It
at.
sounded
if
like
you
a
wanna go.
rancor. That's what it sounded like.
I think that could be beneficial to us. Potentially mounting that ant and using it to slaughter
The rest of the
the
ants.
rest of the ants. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, I can get on board with that out of you.
Do you have animal handling?
Damn, I should have got that.
No, I
first
don't.
level.
I was thinking about getting it too and I didn't. I got perceptions.
I think with the 3 of us, we could probably get on this ant line, march it on down to the queen's room.
I can't think of any other plan.
Let's crush it.
Well, I don't think we should be killing it now. I think we need to be mounting it and riding it down the tunnels.
Okay, so let's head back to the room with the ant lion.
We gotta get through the 100 sleeping ants
Yeah.
first.
So as you move through the forward passageway, you squeeze into this huge open cavern. This didn't even look like it was dug. It looks like they dug into it. To the left, you can see how it tapers maybe like 30 feet down into a tunnel. But to the right, you just see how it's this huge cavern that goes into darkness. And there are, hundreds of ants sleeping here.
Well, we are like ants. If we can fool ants that are awake, why can't we fool ants that are asleep?
Hey, I got
You can
+2.
see, like, to the right, away from where you came from, where the antlion is, there is a large, what looks like a drilling machine that is all rusted and dilapidated.
Like, does it look like it was human
Yeah.
made?
You can make a history check.
Machine.
9.
And then we do
Okay,
like,
so you would know from the look of it, just that it's a machine that it was probably made by a group called Castle Inc. They're the people who have made mechs like this before, but this one looks pretty old.
I'm not gonna like yell it out. I'm just gonna like point to it.
we used to use those on the movie sets.
And it's like,
Who said that?
Well, holy shit! And they're like, what the fuck?
They're like, it's Prad Pitt! And they got
Sign
that
my
poster.
thorax!
I'm gonna just be like,
use it. Let's use it.
We cannot go past all these ants, or we can just go down the tunnel.
There are ants between the tunnel and you too.
Is there wheels
Just
on
as
this
many.
It goes on treads.
thing? Okay. I'm gonna go up to it.
Okay, just gonna walk up.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys see him go. He comes walking through the ants. He even bumps into some. But when they get up, they look at him and they kind of hit him, and then they just go back down. Like, oh, it's an ant, no big deal. And you wade your way through these ants pretty much over to this big mech. And you can see that the treads are kind of all busted up. And the latch has been, it seems like it's sealed shut.
I'm gonna open it. Let me see if I can open
Make that strength check, Bear. Get in it.
it. 22.
Oh yeah, you strain and then like you brace yourself and then just rip it off and drop it. And you see on the inside there is a skeleton wearing some metal armor, like he died in this thing. And he has a large pack with him.
I'm gonna grab it.
Inside of this pack, there are some coins. There is 50 gold pieces, 100 silver pieces, and 100 copper pieces. And there is also a syringe filled with some kind of liquid. It looks like mercury, and it smells like nothing.
Is he small enough to fit into this thing?
Josh could squeeze in.
Could we all squeeze in?
Probably not. But just from the look of it, Josh, it doesn't look like it's all pretty busted up and rusted.
This poor guy died in it.
Probably didn't want to get killed by ants, so he just died in the fucking.
It just broke down.
Yeah.
It was just like, fuck it. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and just go back towards the tunnel.
Okay.
The ant lion.
You see the drag marks from Josh. You see the 2 dead ants that he killed and dripped goop all over him with. You hear the same sort of roaring and the cavern shaking as this antlion is smashing against the side of its pit. And when you actually get to the edge of this pit, it is a very large pit. It's probably like 50 feet wide. And it is basically just running and smashing against one wall and running and smashing against another. And it is very large, and it looks like it's armored, but it's like natural armor. Its skin looks like stone almost. And it is about the size of a triceratops. And at the tunnel entrance, as you were going down, that said, "Beware, antlion." And then like another one a little bit further down that said, "Seriously, don't enter." And then the last one that says, "If you've come this far, seriously, it will kill you."
So who's gonna ride this?
Next time, off the beaten path.
This is probably the worst idea we've ever had.
I'm pissed at this point.
What are you?
Your demise. I'll free you from your miserable existence.
No!